Hey everybody, this is Pastor Will. Welcome to Rev 1211 Life. We are back and continuing on in our Locked Up in the Word series, and we are moving through the book of Ephesians, and that is one of the prison epistles that Paul wrote while, of course, being in prison. So we had talked before, just the last time we were talking, we talked about how a man is saved, and that's by grace through faith. We've also covered how it's Christ's blood, the final sacrifice, is what brings us and reconciles us close to God. Because without the blood, without Jesus, there's no connection to God. That Christ is our bridge. So today we're going to be talking about actually how Christ and how He's our peace today, and that's in verse 14. For He Himself is our peace, who has made both one and has broken down the middle wall of separation. And when you hear that, sounds a little wordy, but what he's saying is Paul is talking to at this point to the Gentiles, and he's explaining uh, that they have access to Christ. He's saying, "For He Himself is our peace, who has made both one." And he's saying both one. He's talking about. He's saying, "Hey, the Jews and Gentiles, you guys are both one now. There's no more of this separation. Um, no more. Because at that time, the Jews were still calling the Gentiles uncircumcised dogs, actually keeping them and denying them, making it harder for them to understand the gospel and to get to Christ by calling them uncircumcised dogs and that they weren't even worthy of Christ. So what it's saying is they were both one. He has broken down the middle wall of separation. And that's that middle wall, which is the law. The law is the Mosaic law. And when Christ came, see, the law was restrictive. The law was given to actually prove that we couldn't abide by the law, that it was almost impossible to do that. That's why it was necessary for Christ to come, is because there was a middle wall of separation that was going on. And when Christ died, that curtain was ripped and it was torn down, and there was access to Christ by everyone. So, really, this is actually can apply to our own lives today as we talk about different segregation and racism that happens in our lives. We're still putting up roadblocks for people to have access to certain things. We're still calling them names or being deceptive about the truth that keeps people from access to certain things. And I'm praying today that we're not ones who are putting up the wall for other people, for non-believers, to make it difficult for them to find Christ. Are we speaking the right theology to a person? Are we telling them the truth in love? Or are we watering it down to where we're keeping people actually from the truth and from Jesus Christ? I hope that's not the case today. So that's what verse 14 is talking about. The middle wall of separation was broken down once Christ came and paid the ultimate price. So, guys, today, just remember that to be someone who is leading someone to Christ, not being a roadblock or a stumbling block for them. Because when Christ died, we were all made one and have access to Christ. So, guys, take care. We'll be moving on in Ephesians and locked up in the Word. I hope you're enjoying the series right now. I am, because it keeps me in the Word and it keeps me fresh, and I get a better understanding and a fresh understanding once again every day of who Christ is in my life. So God bless you. Talk to you soon.